Oro Festival in Lagos. Because in every scheme, there will always be places where it is hot. Usually when things happen in the country, it's hot in Lagos, hot in Abuja, hot in Port Harcourt, hot in Benin City, hot in major cities, because these places are galvanizing points. They're metropolitan states. These are states that houses basically almost every Nigerian. There is no Nigerian you will not see in any of these cities. What do I mean? There is no family of the Nigerian origin that you will not see a member of it in any of these cities. For instance, Lagos houses almost every state in Nigeria. If you not get auntie for Lagos, you get brother. You not get uncle for Lagos, you get cousin. So, Lagos is built by everybody. Tinubu is not building any Lagos. Tinubu milked Lagos. There is number. There is strength in numbers. Governments of the world work with population. The population of Nigeria should have been to its advantage. So Lagos housing people from every part of the country is an advantage. Even the people saying, go to your state to protest, go to this place, leave our Lagos, they are not contributing as much as the visitors in Lagos. They are not. Let's be factual. Most of them, the ones talking, I'm not talking about all Lagosians, the ones that you will come and see on the street brandishing one weapon or one bigotry or one rubbish or the other, are the ones who are jobbers, following politicians for crumbs that are falling off their tables. These people do not contribute to the extent those people they call visitors contribute. So you see that the numbers that these cities I mentioned would have is their advantage. And no sane government will be saying things like, leave this place and go. Because they have not seen that governments that would work would need the numbers. Because it will drive the economy. They will get taxes. They will see SMEs. They will form the basis for any government activity. So when these people come and say, go to your, those ones are the ones that are doing follow. I don't want to give them names. Follow for crumbs that are not sustainable, that they cannot thrive on, they cannot make families on, they cannot survive on for a long time. It's from hand to mouth. So their own handout policy will make them feel like when we protect the interest of these people who hand out to us, we will still be seen to chop. But people who are patriots look at the bigger pictures. So having said this preamble, what I mean is that these cities are going to be epic centers of any national protest. And you are going to see schemes to stop the call with destiny that Nigerians are answering to. This generation that are calling for protest are people who saw that their fathers never did what they were supposed to do. They never understood governance. They never understood that they have a role to play. They never understood that when the people who are integral part of government are playing their parts, government will work. So they are taking it upon themselves to say we will never be irresponsible. We will never do the parts our fathers told, to the point that we are here struggling to put something as basic as food in our mouth, struggling for shelter, struggling to have clothing, the very basic things of life. Talk more of moving towards the actualization other economies and countries of the world are moving towards. Artificial intelligence and others. People are talking about going to the moon, talking about robotics and other things, and Nigeria is still grappling with seeing food. It is not building its economy, infrastructures, basic infrastructures yet. And the government is not seeing reasons with the people to grandstand until they do their jobs properly and transparently, so that our lives will be better for it. So all their schemes include the one they said, Oro. For a place like Lagos, they're saying Oro is declared between the 1st and 15th of August, the same time of that proposed protest. Now that means that Oro is coming to join the protest. So breaking news, Oro will be in the protest because the people will not back down because of Oro. Oro will join the protest. You know, say by the time those chalk-painted naked human beings sees the crowd, they will either take to their heels or form our placards or What is those things that they use during protests that wear things like toys and babies for children? Mascots. Form our mascots for the protests. So they are highly welcome. Since Lagos State, all it can see as a medium to stop the people is to desecrate the traditions of the people by bringing them out at such times. When there is a bigger responsibility, a national responsibility, the subliminal ones come under. They obey. That's how it happens. The bigger laws will emasculate the smaller ones. We respect our cultures, we respect our different traditions, but they still come under the laws of the state, of the country, which allows its citizens to make their voices heard. In a time like this, the protesters didn't call for Oro. They had made their protest dates known for a long time before they brought up the issue of Oro. Oro will do protest. Oro will join in the protest. Gone are the days the people are frightened with nonsense, frightened with all these things. In fact, people are moving on. Nobody is still... How many people have you seen carrying masquerades to be moving around? Those cultures still exist, but nobody... Now when you chop belefu, now you go do frivolity. So, for those that want to use Oro as a means to deter Nigerians, the same thing they did during the elections. It's a very childish tactics. You just added to the strength of the protest. In that election, we saw Oro sacrifices at different junctions and places. This time around, the people will eat the sacrifice. You never see, you remember that those days when they carry sacrifices to the water sites, they put the Fanta, the cola, the rings and all that. The next day, they will tell us that the spirits have eaten the sacrifice. Now lie. If there is anybody that eats a human spirit, housing the main spirit, because spirits also obey the laws of territory. They will never leave their own side to interface with human activities. Though there are mediums to reach them, but they obey these laws. The humans are doing their activities now, they carry spirits come. Human being go chop sacrifice, chop everything, drink all the Fanta to get energy to do their activities. So, the people doing all these things should back down. Government, the least you can do is to create avenues to start talking, to start implementing the demands of the people, and not to show the hard-heartedness of trying to continue the same thing you guys are doing. Nobody is copying any Kenya. Kenya copied from Nigerians. Kenya is repeating the NSAS template because they saw it as something that worked and could work. So, only that the scenario where they use is different from that of Nigeria. Nigerians use it for a part of government structure, the SAS. But they use it for their general national issues. Now is the time that Nigerians want to do their own national discourse. So they are not copying Kenya, or Kenya copy us. So and Nigeria is almost 5 times the size, the strength of Kenya. So if the people persist like Kenyans persisted, and the more you kill them, the more you pay for that life. You know, it will be useless for any protester to be killed and the people go back. It will be very useless. Because what is there again? What are we there again to lose? We have lost one of us. There's no backing down. There's no backing down. They can't die in vain. So it will be very foolish for government to start killing people, because when they do, people will see reasons. Oh my God. It's like, what is there to be lost again? And that is when the people persist. And when they see security forces, they are not going to retreat. They will come in mass. That is the approach. Protesters, as you're moving and you see security forces, don't dare them. But if they are come, there's a tactics they use. They advance. And as they advance, and even when they don't want to attack you, to look like they want to attack you, as they advance. Because if you retreat, they will straighten up. And in the process, people will start running. In the process, people will start doing things to defend themselves, and it will escalate. So the tactics is, as they're advancing forcefully like they want to attack you, you advance too. And then they will come and meet you at a line where everybody will stop. I am not asking anybody to dare our security agencies. I'm only saying persist. Moreover, we do not expect to see the military in civilian matters. The military is expected to be manning our borders, to protect our territorial integrity, to fight external wars, and not to fight internal wars. It becomes a civilian war in Nigeria. The moment we see our military men with guns in the streets, the government has declared war on the people. We expect that they will declare those wars in our borders that is very porous for terrorists to come and hold the country hostage. So we do not expect to see military men in the protest grounds because they have started saying that the police is overwhelmed. They've started saying the police is overwhelmed. They've given a ground. We have not seen the police being overwhelmed. We have not seen them. We have not seen them. You can only say they are overwhelmed if they are fighting a battle. If what they should be doing is to spot the hotspots, the areas where hoodlums gather to plan to infiltrate protests, form a shield around certain perimeters of protest, such that hoodlums will not infiltrate the protest and attack people. So if the police want to be honest, the only people we might need to see, the police, if they want to be honest, let them not come and start talking to protesters. Let them not come and start daring them or cocking their guns or brandishing any weapon. Let them just be far away from protesters, searching out for a possible breakdown of law. And when there is, they should arrest the people involved. Not those who are talking, carrying placards, but those vandalizing and causing mayhem. No willing Nigerian who wants a good government would tear down their country by destroying property or anything. What you people are really afraid of is the pressure of the people to make you stop what you're. Every Nigerian citizen, by our law, is allowed to habit any city in Nigeria, any place in Nigeria, and do business there. It's only logical that it is those people who do businesses in these places that contribute to the economy of the place. Whereas those ones that are running around to say, we are indigenous, we are this, we are that, are the ones that invariably cause mayhem. And since the police is looking for people who are going to cause breakdown in law, it should have been logical for them to go after these people that will say, don't come to Abuja to protest, don't come to Lagos to protest, don't do that. Issuing this type of warnings because they are the ones that will attack the protesters. So an honest government should have gone after these people to put them in check, to say, no, you cannot go after our countrymen. You cannot hinder them from performing their civic responsibility. You cannot. So many of those schemes that they are going to use, including the Oro, to hinder the protest is anti-people. It shows a government that is not ready to budge, to make changes, to do the necessary things for which the people they say they are representing are crying. They say if a child keeps crying and pointing to a place, if his mother is not there, his father will certainly be there, or someone he knows. It simply means that this same thing that every Nigerian is complaining about, they have a point. Bad governance, hardship. They have a point. Why is their government? What are they there to represent? So those who are custodians of the Oro festival, and that's ritual and tradition, should protect it, respect it, by not using it as a weapon to go against the people. They are setting up Oro. They are setting up the people who are doing those rituals, because whatever they see, anything that is anti-people will be bulldozed. So I don't think that it is wise to make such declarations. Even when you live in other places outside Nigeria, when you live abroad, nobody comes to say, leave our town, leave our this thing. Why is it happening only in Africa? Nobody tells you, leave our town, leave our... That is why all of you are able to japa. That's why many of our people are able to japa, make a living and return to the country. It's even diaspora contributions now that is sustaining Nigeria. Yes, nothing is happening in the country. Businesses are all shut down. Foreign companies are leaving. Countries have been in the country for years, are leaving. Sote restaurants are leaving. And this government has got to keep witch-hunting its people. The only thing sustaining Nigeria now is diaspora remittances. People are supporting their families. They have a long list of people that they are sending money to on a monthly basis. This is what is even giving some people hope. Like those 1 naira will come in. Those small stipends here and there, tips, helps, will come in. And our celebrities here and there that are doing giveaway. Otherwise, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And the government is not seeing it as something to declare a state of emergency on. How bad? How bad? This is not good at all. And you are telling us to keep quiet? I told a story in one of my episodes about the Gwangwa story. A story that depicts deceit, depicts betrayal, depicts denials. This Gwangwa that our government is doing with us. No. No. The people have to turn like Brain Jota did in that skit, where he turned and faced who was mocking him and mimicking him in pretense. The people are turning now to face the government to say, you must do the right thing. You must do the right thing. You must do the right things. Cut the cost of governance. Review our constitution. Electoral reform so that we can have good and transparent elections. And decentralized power. So that there will be less pressure at the center. And our regions will work. Maybe they say, oh, they pursue evil spirits, they cleanse the society, they cleanse evil spirits. That is the more reason Oro should join this protest, so that they will cure our political class of whatever spirit that has possessed them, the spirit of greed, the spirit of wickedness, of insensitivity, of stealing from the people. Once they enter government, people you know as nothing, to go there to speak on the people's behalf and collect their honest earnings. They wait for allocations and devour it and no project. Nothing is done for the people. They are not brainstorming to solve the problems of the country, to bring solution. They're only waiting for allocations, bottlenecks here and there, against the people. Imagine that every money that has been allocated to things in Nigeria are used like that. Imagine that all ministries and parastatal of government is working. Nigerians will have a defining life. They won't have reasons to be running and jackparing to anywhere. Those of you that are saying don't come to Abuja, don't come to Lagos, ask them the millions they are selling government properties, where they are entering. Ask them what they are doing with those money. That's what you should be doing, and not be saying they will use millions and rub oil stipends on your mouth, and you will be fighting for them. Why are they richer than you? What is it they do? Why are they richer than you? Abroad, you will not even know who is rich and who is not rich. When they talk about equality, you understand it. Both the poor, the rich use the same facilities. You will not even know who is rich and who is not. And the system has a way of putting everybody to check and balance. Has a way of putting everybody to check and balance so that there will not be people oppressing others. We want a working country. We want a government that works. We want this government to stand down whatever they are doing. Whether or not they are the ones that started it, they sold us a CV that they are coming to fix the problems and not to continue from where other people stop now. Don't tell us that you are not the ones that caused it. You have only continued what has been happening and even brought it to another level. And this generation is saying, no, you will not continue. We are making changes. Let's start afresh. Let's do it again. It's doable. It's doable. Let's do the right things. Let's govern well. Nigerians are willing people to obey the laws. They are willing to be good followers. If we have good leaders, we cannot follow leaders that are not good and are giving us orders to follow them. We cannot. Our laws need to work. We need to have a life. But here saying, don't come to Lagos. Why they are fighting for that Lagos to die in it is because they don't want you to see how much they are making from that state. They are making money from that state, not from you that is saying don't come to Lagos. From the same people that want to protest and say, give us good government. Comrades, all compatriots, arise. Nigeria's call, obey. In preparation for this protest, few things you need to get. Your flags. The flags. It's even a business opportunity for those of you who can sew. Take your water bottles. You can refill them because you patronize sachet water sellers. Take extra shirts and tops. Charge your phones. Make sure you have enough data. If you don't have data, ask your diaspora friends and families to send you data. They will. And any other thing you feel is relevant to you. Those of you who have one health issue or the other, take a backup, your inhalers and whatever. Nose mask. They say we are copying our people in Kenya. We're not copying our people in Kenya. We're not copying anybody. For you to see that we are the ones influencing them negatively. Why would Obasanjo go to their country to bargain for a government of national unity, where they will bring the same people that have run their country aground to be in the same government? The people did not ask you for government of national unity. You forget, because you people don't understand who the Gen Zs are. These are mixtures of people who are not talking about ethnicity, tribe. They're not talking about, they're asking for good government. That is why they will carry the same template that they've been doing for ages to go to Kenya to go and sell it to them. Government of national unity. The same nonsense they've been doing in Nigeria that is not working. Who is looking for government of national unity, where they will say it's because we did not give Igbos appointments, or you look for one of their brothers, they will still scheme and put one idiot. Then they will say we did not give the Yorubas, look for one of their brothers, they will go and bring another idiot from that region. They will say, okay, the North, we have not compensated them, bring them, let everybody be on the table in government of national unity. They will still bring themselves running the country. That is not what Kenyans are asking for. You shouldn't have gone there to go and give them your government of national unity. They reel that things they want you to do for them. That if those things are working, the country will work. The same thing Nigerians are asking for. That do this 1, 2, 3 things. Reform our legal system. Reform our, review our constitution. Reduce the cost of governance. And reform our electoral system. And you pardon government of national unity. So, there's an awakening sweeping through Africa. And the leaders of Africa have to understand the dynamics of this awakening and stop doing the same thing they have always done. It won't work this time around. You are dealing with a new generation that are constrained by different things different from what were your constraints. Arise, O compatriots, Nigeria's call, obey. Put your weight behind the protest. Numbers matter. Support the revival of a country that is in ruins, courtesy of bad leadership. #end bad government.